Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a true Let's Play of the game. Today we will be playing in max difficulty with the crisis strength on maximum, and we are in the beta, which means the game is actually running a lot better. The end game is a lot smoother, and the AI seems to be a little bit more competent. Not massively so, but at least it seems to do things a little bit better. So, what are we going to be playing? We are going to be playing around this portrait. I'm going to be building the entire empire around just how adorable these little things are. Let's just see how cute they can be in the galaxy. Okay then, there we go. I think that's just about cute enough. We are the Bloodbound, and we come from Khorne's throne, which of course is a tomb world after these adorable little squishy things managed to nuke themselves into a new ice age. We are Despoilers, which means we have the ability to raid other empires, and unlike the Ascension perk, we also have the ability to go to a special type of war, which means if we win, we get some minerals and energy from them. We essentially raid them. We are the Marauders. Now, this didn't used to be particularly powerful, but now it is far more powerful because populations are power. Getting populations from our neighbours make them incredibly weak and make us incredibly strong. Now, there are ways to make this even more powerful by having those particular populations be undesirables. By purging them, we can use them as forced labour, which gives us loads of minerals, loads of food, and simply doesn't need housing, I believe. Yeah, I don't think those populations even need housing or amenities or anything else. It's just free stuff, which is lovely. But in the early game, we want to keep them around as, let's call them equals, even though they're not going to be equals in a real way, because we want our populations to go very, very high, very, very quickly. The reason why I'm going with post-apocalyptic is it turns out, as someone told me, this is also now a lot better than it used to be, and I already loved this Civic. But now, rather than having a true homeworld, let's go into over here. As you can see, none of these are highlighted. We actually have a tomb world, home world setting, rather than also having one of these in the background, which means we have plus 60% habitability on all types of planets. We are going to get loads of planets, and we are going to populate them with every other empire, with our lovely little squishy things being the controllers. And of course, I have called our leader Giggles the Third. Because adorable is evil. So then, let's get into the meat of our actual civics. We have Fanatic Xenophobe, and we have Militarist, and I meant to say Ethics. So, with the Fanatic Xenophobe trait, it means we can spread out into the galaxy way faster, like an adorable squishy plague, and our populations grow incredibly fast as well. With Militarist, our ships are 10% stronger, which is always a truly lovely thing, and we will be able to use the No Retreat War Doctrine if we go down Supremacy, which of course we will be doing, which means we have the lovely ability of losing all of our ships if we lose a fight, but having loads of benefits until that happens. Death or glory. When it comes to our lovely squishy things traits, I'm actually not too sure about this. I'm tempted, even though it's not the best, to go with, where are you? Quarrelsome. Now, this is really bad. Minus 10% unity from jobs. Obviously horrible, but hear me out. I want this adorable species to just be so brutal to each other. Whilst they giggle and gurgle, they stab each other in the back with sharp implements. That's how I'm kind of seeing them. This adorable little species which has somehow been completely manipulated by the Blood God. The only reason we don't outright kill things, at least other empires, is because at the very heart, they are still this adorable, little squishy, friendly thing, but then completely horribly mangled and corrupted. So they are quarrelsome, they fight with each other, and they kill each other constantly, meaning they are fleeting. So this is more for a lore reason, this cute little empire, than actually making them more powerful. I will be keeping them as rapid breeders and adaptive. I don't know why, they just strike me as something which looks like a simple organism that can replicate very, very quickly, and adaptive is of course very powerful. But let's be honest, they're both just very powerful traits, they go with everything else, and I think it'll make quite a fun playstyle, and I also think it fits with the lore, so yeah, I'm going to stick with Quarrelsome, even though I'd much rather have so many of these other negatives, just because I think it fits better. I was tempted by Solitary rather than Fleeting, but yeah, Fleeting, just them occasionally randomly devouring each other for no reason, I think seems reasonable. Now I'm also making them cannibals. They are also cannibals. They are called the Barvi, just because that was one of the randomly generated names, and I just happened to like it, so like always, it's sticking with that. And...
Workers of the galaxy, unite. You have nothing to lose but your restraining fields.
Yeah, probably shouldn't go with that. I'm tempted to go with Xenophile, just because of how often it would be so upset with us fighting other people.
The Blorg are very friendly creatures.
Just imagine such happy voices, almost like they don't even know what they're doing.
Pacifist module failing. Your breathing is so loud. It's driving me insane. Initiating count to 10 protocol.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Not working. Reboot. Reboot.
That kind of works. Okay, yeah, we're going with Xenophile to begin with, just 'cause I think it'll be funny.
I may be an artificial intelligence, but I share your enthusiasm for seeking out fellow organic intelligences among the stars.
Oh no, we're at war with another empire. How could that have happened? No. With our flag, we're going with one of the Legion flags, because I've never been able to use these before, so really, really love these. Ship appearance, let's go with... I mean, Molluscoid makes sense, considering, but... What else is there? Maybe the avian ships. I very rarely use them. Actually, these! I never use these. Sure, let's go with that, just because I never use those ship types. And we are, of course, Warlord Giggles III. Now, bright red, or this kind of vampire red. Like, just red around the edges. Red around the edges, yep, perfect. The Bloodbound are born. Okay, so what we're going to do. I'm tempted to perhaps use a ring galaxy, just because I've never used that before. That'll make things more interesting, right? Sort of spread throughout the ring. Yeah, sure, let's do that, because, again, it's something I've never really done before. Crisis strength on maximum. Let's have the end game start 50 years early. 25? People were very split about this last time. Should it be 25 or 50 years? Let's do 50 years, because honestly, I feel like we could lose with this. But that would be interesting. I've never actually lost a game of Stellaris by the end, which is weird. I guess because it's such a long game, eventually you get the hang of it, even after the first game of like 20 plus hours. Iron Man mode is going to be staying off still, because, again, it's still a bit buggy here and there, and I don't want to end up ruining the game. Large or medium? Stick with medium, just because of lag. Oops, days, I have to reset everything. Let's unreset everything, and then let's get going. Okay. Don't like advanced starts. And I think that's pretty much that. Sorry for this well, my mind sort of breaking there for a second. Okay, let's go and find our new world. And so here we are, beginning on the east side of the galaxy, and instantly we are researching lasers, food, and minerals. Everything you need for a balanced diet. Now, our main goal is to get enough alloy production so we can instantly start warring with the first empire we find. We don't need to necessarily win a war, we just need to be able to bombard one of their planets for a few minutes. Just get as many of their population into our empire as we can. Now, if we're very, very lucky, what might happen is we can find a primitive civilization, and that will allow us to have so many free populations. Also, the ring galaxy looks really pretty. I approve of that. It's a donut of death. So first building, we'll go with this, because we do need some unity, even with our negative unity modifiers. Then we'll just focus on alloys, alloys, and more alloys. As soon as we win our first war, then we'll shift our focus to a more balanced science and alloy production, and hopefully from there, everything will be fine. Isolated ooh, an alien zoo. Pretty. Mass extinction through the ages. To avoid a potential apocalypse on Khorne's throne, we must study the effects that major calamities have had on other planets. The broken, the burned, the chilly, the desolate, and the noxious. Okay, well hopefully we'll find those nice and quickly. In fact, we can scan for these. But I would rather just naturally expand anyway. Now, one thing I could do is I could get one of our science vessels to simply scout ahead rather than surveying everything, because we really do need to find choke points. So I think the next science vessel I get will just run ahead, try to find our neighbouring empires as soon as possible. They're all going to hate us, even though we're adorable, and, well, we'll try and block them off with guns. Lots of guns. Bastions everywhere. Okay, so we found the first mass extinction, the Broken Planet, and it turns out it was a controlled destruction of a planet leading to this asteroid ring. Then over here we have the Noxious Planet, yep, both in the same system, which is really helpful, very efficient. Thank you.
Situation log updated.
And with the Noxious...
Special project
There we
complete.
go. Roots. At some point in the distant past, a freak mutation, possibly deliberately introduced by sapient beings, though it is unlikely they could have predicted the result, caused the native plant life to grow out of control. Many of these plants reproduced through pollen. Oh, yeah, the entire atmosphere is just pollen. Death pollen. That's kind of horrible. And I'll grab that, thank you. So we have a savannah world, we have an ocean world, and we have an ocean world. Oh, I just thought, in adaptability, do we still get that bonus, which is the amount of different planets you have? You get a unity bonus. No, that's not there anymore, which is a shame, because of this empire, that would be perfect. Essentially, the old bonus before the update was for every different planet type you have, you get a percentage bonus to your unity, stacking up to X amount. That would be fantastic with this empire. Sadly, it doesn't seem to be there anymore, or I'm simply misremembering it, which wouldn't be the first time. Come on, I want that world now. Thank you. Hazardous weather, natural beauty. Seems like a very interesting world to live on. On the upside, this gives a lot of energy, bonus 20%. Yep, I am making this our generator world. So, science world. Ooh, what's the crystal reef? Oh, just more mine. Oh, crystal mines. Huh, I've never actually seen the crystal reef before. That's cool. So yeah, this will be our science world and eventually our crystal mine. This will be our energy world, and this will likely be quite balanced, I'd imagine. Not all that many districts of use here. Isolated Valley is one of the weaker, but more interesting of these special features. Yeah, that'll just be whatever I want it to be. Probably alloy production, and not much else. Seems reasonable to me. Lots and lots of alloys. Let's just go out to the next planet. I want to get all of these planets inhabited as soon as possible so our population can start growing. Please, please find a primitive civilization. That will boost us so much.
Found. Survey complete.
So this is the alien zoo. 1 entertainer job, 2 culture worker jobs, and a low upkeep of only 1 energy. Produces amenities, unity, and society research at the cost of quite a bit of consumer goods. Yeah, it's not the most powerful of all the buildings. In fact, upgrading other buildings with similar roles is better. But it is nice early on. I'll grab that soon, but right now, let's increase the rate of our people's births. Oh, and Giggles is also a fertility preacher. Plus 5% growth speed. Oh, yes you are. Oh, who's a little fertile thing? Yes. That is really weird, Lathrix. Let's continue. The bunker bot. You know, I've never just allowed this to continue. Does it do anything special if you allow this supercomputer to be a supercomputer? But saying that 100 alloys this early on is beautiful. That's an extra science ship that's allowing us to expand faster. It's just a lovely amount. That research speed doesn't really interest me right now. We have almost no research. But saying that, 200 influence is pretty good as well. Actually, the influence might be better. Nope, I want stuff. Thank you, stuff. Might have been the wrong option, but I like stuff. We are going to have so many planets so quickly. That'll be our 3rd colony already. And there's our 4th.
System survey complete.
And nothing special. Good size. Terrible, terrible districts. Once again, probably consumer goods or alloys. Maybe science eventually. Now, I'm going down the route of expansion, and I think what I'm going to eventually get for once is this. Mastery of Nature. This is really interesting now, because it used to be just the clear blocker cost is reduced, but now instead, it also allows you to add more districts to every single planet you own. We're going to have so many planets, an additional 2 districts each. It's going to be like extra planets worth of districts very quickly. Now, of course, though, that's quite expensive, so I won't get that first. Most likely, we're going to go with Interstellar Dominion, because I want as many systems as possible nice and early. Then one... where are you? One Vision, then maybe that. Then, I'm not sure which of these Ascension perks I'm going for. Are we going to become Psychers? Are we going to become Cyborgs? Or are we going to become just genetically improved? I'm tempted by Cyborgs. We haven't really done this route yet. At least since the update. Not sure if I'm going to go all the way and make everyone synths. But cyborgs are very, very cool.
System survey complete.
I think it even gives them bonus habitability, and, well, that's, by itself, good enough for me, especially since, again, every single planet type is up for grabs.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Making our people more suitable for that is very nice indeed. And I'll grab the minerals first. Well, we found our neighbours, Marauders. Now this isn't as bad as it looks, because the galaxy is starting to look really easy to defend. Choke point here, because that doesn't seem to be branching. Choke point here, choke point... In fact, no! That doesn't even branch, so we only need 2 choke points, one here, one here. Then all of this area can be safely guarded. We might need to rush some science vessels over to here and here, then in fact I'm going to make more of them. And I'm going to set them to explore, and get them all the way over to here and here. Then we can sort of survey backwards, starting at the choke point. And that way, if we need the choke point quickly, I can just rush one of the construction vessels over. It will hurt us in terms of influence, but that is probably the better option. See? I can think somewhat tactically sometimes. Not very often, mind you. I'm not going to focus on science at all. Now watch me build this many science vessels. Yeah, I think I'm just very nervous about neighbours, because we are going to be really hated early on, and I am focusing massively on getting all of our colonies sorted. Now, the colonies will eventually make us more powerful than you can possibly imagine. But to begin with, it costs a lot of alloys, a lot of other resources to even get them started, and then a lot of care. It's a very weak start, but it pays off majorly and very quickly as soon as they get past about 10 populations each, and then they can specialise. But for now, we need to make sure to find choke points, we need to have bastions, we need them up and running as soon as possible to make sure our little section of space is all nice and happy and we're all nice and protected. Hello? Oh. Oh no. So, which of the colonies is this exactly? If we leave it for now, they'll be happy. But the problem is, this eventually becomes a huge negative. Essentially, people are getting high from flowers. But it's in the atmosphere, so you can't really avoid it. It's not exactly a choice. Yeah, we need to get rid of that as soon as possible, because that can be so problematic later on. Also, there's an earthquake.
Anomaly found.
People getting high, earthquakes, coincidence? Yes, but still. Now that's a bizarre hyperlane section. It just goes in a straight line. So that was our explorer. I suppose then we may as well continue exploring all the way. Yep, go all the way back down there. Then explore backwards. Okay, by the looks of things, that isn't going anywhere, that isn't, that is, so that will be the new choke points. We want our choke points to be as far away as possible from our capital. That way we have more space to work with nice and safely. If we can get a good start with this empire, but still really want to find a primitive civilization, but if we can get a good start, find an enemy we can fight easily, we are going to be so steamrolling. But at the moment, it seems like we're just going to be a normal empire for the time being.
Construction complete.
And construction complete.
System survey complete.
Okay, so this is going to be our energy world. Might as well start building that now anyway, since the population is growing. Ooh. Nice. Here's some alloys for free. Thank you. Expansion is finished. So all planets have +1 districts. We will eventually get Mastery of Nature, but for now, Interstellar Dominion. Let's make sure we can continue to expand. In fact, I might make yet another construction vessel. In fact, I am going to. Okay, we found the frozen planet, which is a bit of a dig against global warming. So, yeah. The dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emission of gaseous industrial byproducts into the atmosphere. This view is confined to the scientific fringe, as it is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization would be stupid enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. Subtle, Stellaris. Subtle. No, I didn't rename my factions. I would never do that. The very angry chaps and the somewhat angry chaps were our natural factions. Grr and such. Where are the other empires? I mean, not that I'm complaining. We have... Seriously? This is going all the... What a weird thing. Oh, that's still not another empire. That is bizarre, though. Oh, does that go... Wait, in a ring system, does it go all the way around? No, it doesn't, because it breaks here. I thought maybe there was always like a line in the center, but no, that is really, really bizarre. Well, we can make our stand anywhere down here then. That's a very easy section to protect. For now, we'll just protect it over here, but yeah. First empire we find, and it's a fallen empire, which is right in our way. Wow, we are so protected! I have never had such a protected start. Seriously, the only way safely for an enemy to get to us is through this line here. A single corridor, which we can just put bastion after bastion. There's no way around it, because through here you have Marauder tiles, through here you have a Fallen Empire, which is going to close its borders to everyone, and through here there is nothing. That is ridiculous. That is actually the most insane start I've ever seen. The Bloodbound are truly blessed by the ruinous powers. Keep to yourselves, aliens. That is just phenomenal.
Construction complete.
Thank you, Stellaris guards. I feel like this run's going to go well, even with the early start of the endgame crisis. Yeah, even the endgame crisis is going to have difficulty with us, because we're going to be able to protect our main domain so well. We could even just protect ourselves, let the crisis kill everyone else, and just sit here happily being adorable. Nah, look how squishy we are.
Construction
More
complete.
planets! Excellent. Send in the colony ships! Send them in everywhere! As soon as we have enough resources, send them in everywhere! The Barren Planet. Life on the now barren planet was sadly doomed from the start. So, samples from the lower soil strata and the fossilized remains of the creatures that once roamed the planet show that several vital minerals needed to rejuvenate the soil ended up through their largely agricultural diet in the endoskeletons of the native beings. Their bones were prone to fossilize rather than decay, and their very existence exhausted the fragile ecosystems they inhabited. Oh, okay, so they absorbed the nutrients from the soil, they died, but for whatever reason their body didn't decay, thus those nutrients were lost forever. Imagine if trees couldn't be broken down by microbes. In fact, that kind of happened, didn't it, for a period of time in Earth's history? Anyway, before the microbes developed a way to devour it. But in this case, that never happened. Everything went bad. Okay, next we're going to go with Domination. This way we can get some more materials from our workers, and eventually our owned populations, and our rulers will be more powerful. On top of this, we get more housing and more influence when it's finished.
System survey complete.
Seems good to me. Okay, you can grab all of those. Now you're done. Move on once you're done with that. And can we instantly? Yes, we can. Lovely. One more colony. This is such a ridiculous start. Please be close by. Lovely, 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 lovely. You, get there. And get there. Okay, one of you. You there, Mr. Ernest. Hurry up and survey the area, please. We need to make more colonies. Well, we're stuck here because of 2 hostiles. Maybe that's why we haven't found anyone encroaching on our space. Even more protection, but we definitely need more fleet power now then. Otherwise, we're just going to be stuck here forever. In this little isolated bubble. That's not what we want, though. We get more benefit through conflict, through combat, through finding people to abduct. Okay, so I've just finished off getting all of the planets sorted, which means we got a lovely bonus to our Unity. We found out all about the planets which have broken away. The last one was simply the Molten World, which is this one over here. Very unlucky. The star expanded, it melted. We have found the home world. Lovely. Minerals, energy, and glorious unity.
Research
What a
complete.
fantastic system. Minerals, alloys, we have some gas over there. And even some moats. Yep, we have everything we could possibly want from this lovely, lovely little system. Oh, yes, that's what I was after. Oh, only 10. Still, 10 population is 10 population to spread amongst our worlds. Oh, lucky you fellows, you get to enjoy a whole new life very soon. Meanwhile, we destroy an asteroid.
Construction complete.
It's very blue. Okay, you fellows can go home. More housing
System
for all.
survey complete.
And we need some more food. So I'm afraid you food. Okay, the next colony will be over here. And this will be minerals. 100% minerals, yep. This is a mining world. So one of our worlds has migrating forests. So let's do the study. Whoa, that takes forever. We'll do that later. Now, I'm fairly certain with the study option, that will allow us to have bonus society research to the planet. For now, though, let's focus on the fact we have a silly amount of agricultural districts. Turn this into a food planet. We're going to need it with so much population and so many specialized worlds very, very soon.
System survey complete.
We still haven't really begun to specialize. We're still not even reaping the benefits of all the stuff we've got. Didn't mean to buy that many. There we go. So I could just invade this planet. But where's the fun in that? Begin the raiding parties! Raiding and bombardment targets enemy population centers with specialized raiding craft that scoop up their people and bring them back to our worlds and put them to work. Now, of course, we are very weak, so this is still going to take quite some time, and as the devastation increases, the rate at which we steal people increases as well. We'll not abduct or kill the last population. Cool. We'll just harvest them from time to time. If primitive worlds do recoup their population, I don't know really how that works. The little bit of red on our ships makes them look so evil. It's not like we're evil or anything. Well, at least we found some kind of alien life. Hello there, caravanners. How did you even get into our you can go through the Fallen Empire. Greetings, caravanners. What do you have for... Ooh. That's a lot of stuff, but honestly, even with our limited amount of research, I would like to continue researching. Nope, not interested. We're okay for now. We're still progressing, honestly. It's just things slowly upgrading themselves, which is stopping us. It's not really resources in any major way. On the upside, our forces now are almost strong enough to deal with these as well, so I think I'll break through here so we can check this section. Still haven't stolen any populations yet. Of course, the problem is our fleet's just so weak. There we go! As soon as I said that, we have a single person who is now over here. Welcome! Of course, naturally, you're instantly owned. That's fine by me.
New frontiers established.
One thing I would like to check, though, is... basic subservience. Yep, that means absolutely no consumer goods. Fantastic. Have fun. Domination is now finished. We could go with Imperial Prerogative. That'd help out our research. Now we're finally making tech worlds. But I think it would be better just go with Technological Ascendancy. Only one population left. Apparently this won't take that person. And just in case it would cause it to die or something else, let's return them home. Now what we could do is just invade this planet, honestly, because there's no real need not to. I just wanted to see how that system worked more than anything else. Yeah, it would give us a 17-size planet, essentially for free, with one worker already there. Sure. Let's make ourselves some landing forces and go and invade. Nice and simple. Okay, we need more energy, that's fine, and you have someone employed here, okay. Energy again, please. Well, that was easy. They landed, and they took over the planet. So these just give housing. Oh, good, so that now automatically converts into the correct building type, that's good. Well, regardless, we need to have at least one of these instantly over here to start doing all the, boss work. Why are you moving away? Oh, habitability 0%. That might be why, and thankfully you are just... emigrating, right? Well, we can speed that up by moving you now anyway, so... click, well done. Lovely. So then, right now with the devastation, nothing's going to seem right. Let's just remove these.
Research complete.
And continue. Didn't really need to remove those, but it makes it more simple for me, and I'm a simple person, so I like simple things. What next then? We have expansion, we have domination. Adaptability would be fantastic, purely for that habitability bonus. That would be so good, considering we have so many planets. It also means we can have the one free building slot straight away, which would speed up a lot of our more complex stuff, which would be really nice. Start converting more minerals into alloys, for instance. Oh, straight away, that is so tempting. Okay, yep, adaptability is next. I honestly don't think that is the best choice there, but I think it's going to be the most fun. Our glorious leader has died! So, let's go with Shirip here, I think. Monthly unity increased, and ship weapons damage increased. Yeah? Yeah? Yes. I don't have enough influence anyway. How long until this happens? I'm not going to have enough influence, am I? Well, then it's going to be random. And I'm hoping it's that one.
Construction complete.
Hi, caravanners. We're sending our fleets away finally to deal with these. Let's see if we can find some other alien empires before the end of the video. This is the weirdest start to this run. Oh, here, have some food. There you go, you sluggy fellas. Excuse me, but you're really in our way.
Commenced.
And we have lasers. Whoa, and a ridiculous amount of point defense. That looks insane. Sorry, little baby amoebas. Kind of. Not really sorry at all, but still. Ooh, that was painful. I think he's dead, chaps. I forgot that the automatic designs just love point defense.
Construction complete.
Bye. I think he's sleeping. Okay. Now, scientist, you can get your butt in here. So, research first, then survey. The other scientists should be on their way, and you can do pretty much the same. Let's scope out this area, shall we? Yep, even more scientists. Fantastic. All the scientists! Whoa, double friends! So who do we have? We have you fellas. We have you fellas. Okay. Both of you are overwhelming. That's great. If you're so far away, you probably don't even care about us. Until it's way too late, and we devour your faces. Ooh, we have pacifists, and we have... Okay, so you're going to be way scarier. You have that there sword thing. Okay, so, let's retreat for now. Regroup. And let's start upgrading our stuff. Now, we have got one of the greatest foundations I've ever seen. So many new colonies. Our ability to specialize is going to be unmatched. We will be able to pump out alloys, science, whatever we want. We can make them in ludicrous numbers. If we wanted to go into the beer business, we could drown the galaxy in delicious beer. That is what I'm saying here, and now I'm thirsty. So with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. So if you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, we're about to make all of our worlds specialised, and I am going to be focusing very heavily on the production of energy and alloys, thus making us able to simply spam every ship we can, which will be utterly glorious. We are going to steal their populations and use them to fuel our war effort, and probably a few blood rituals as well, but we're going to do it adorably. I've had a lot of fun today, even though it's been a weirdly pacifist first episode for the Barbaric Despoilers. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. But seriously, look how cute they are. Oh, hello.